build.
So yeah, we have new Black Ops 6 season conduct update first look, the haunting crossovers, and more.
Guys, welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to talk about the Season 6 update. Last time around, we talked about the haunting and the leaks and the rumors and the confirmations that we had that the haunting is returning to Call of Duty this year, and many of you guys wanted more follow-up information. So today, we'll talk about some other leaks and things like that that you can expect with the Season 6 update. So if you find...
Like, look at this. This looks so nice. The amount of collaboration that the Black Ops 6 has is the same as with Warzone. It is absolutely unreal.
In the video, informative or helpful at any point,
not same with Warzone, same as Fortnite.
Consider hitting that.
So Fortnite has a huge update on that.
Like and subscribe button. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So as we've talked about before, the update is on October 9th. That means that it's going to be half a season long. Every Season 6 is usually a half a season because we don't get a reloaded update. Now, because it starts on October 9th and then Black Ops 7 officially releases on November 14th, we don't have enough time for a reloaded update. So it's just usually a month-long type of season. And all the stuff that would have been in Reloaded will always be added at the very start, which is what makes Season 6 so good. And then alongside that, the crossovers and things like that. Now, before Season 6 even goes live, there's going to be the marketing that comes out, and usually...
I feel like, you know, the thing is, Black Ops 6 is going more into a direction where it's going to be like Fortnite. It's going to have, you know, different collaborations. This is a good thing because Black Ops will have more money for development. It's becoming a movie-like. A lot of people don't like these skins. There should be a feature to turn this stuff off.
That's the blog posts, the cinematic trailers, the breakdown, the reveal of the crossovers, and all the information comes pouring out. This time it's going to be a little interesting because first off, throughout this month, they've confirmed that there's going to be zombies roadmaps for Black Ops 7 and more information for BO7 in general. And then at the very end of the month on September 30th, we have Call of Duty Next. Now, this falls around a week and a couple days before that update goes live. So when you think about it, usually the marketing and the roadmap is always the Thursday before the update.
So yeah, that's a pretty good point. Seems like we are gonna have this week is gonna be so much update, guys. And again, that's why I came back to YouTube, because zombies marketing started now. But I'm really excited for Season 6. Could be coming a few days earlier. Could be even a mix of both. We haven't seen that before, but a mix of both wouldn't be as bad, especially because there's millions and millions of people. And people who are interested in zombies are probably interested in multiplayer anyway.
So if they were to follow that same pattern, that would mean it would release the Thursday before on October 2nd. Now, there's one problem. October 2nd is the day that the Black Ops 7 beta officially begins. So just 48 hours after Call of Duty Next. And I'm going to be honest, at that point, no one is really worried about the haunting event or any information in regards to it. They're all trying to load up and download the beta and jump on it and play some games because the beta itself goes on.
The beta itself is probably going to be for all the free-to-play players and all the ones who did early access so they can watch Twitch streamers, they can watch people play.
On from October 2nd until the 8th, which is almost an entire week. And then on the 9th, the day after, is when Season 6 haunting will begin. So I personally believe that they might do the haunting updates and reveals a little bit earlier. Maybe on the week of like the 25th, we might get a little bit of marketing there. And then they're going to reveal everything, get that out of the way, and then start Call of Duty Next and all the BO7 hype. Anyways, we're going to have to wait and see what they do officially. But let's talk about the leaks that we have so far.
So yeah, the leaks, again, Black Ops 6 content update. The leaks are most likely gonna be a lot of skins from horror movies. Like, these type of brand deals are pretty important, and that's what Black Ops 6 is offering, the movies. That's a pretty big thing.
This weapon was added to the files a couple of updates ago. We thought it was going to be in Season 5, but it never released. That means that if it does release, it's going to be in Season 6. This is the last and final update we have in BO6. And there's been times where Call of Duty, throughout blog posts and roadmaps, they've teased at the MP40 coming back. So for example, in one of the blogs, they were talking about zombies, and they said, what if we told you one of the most iconic SMGs in zombies history was coming along for the ride? And that references the MP40. It's a classic that we've seen in zombies multiple different times in the past before. And the fact that it says it's still in the files according to leakers, it hasn't been removed or anything like that, so it's still sitting there, and that is T10 _SM for SMG, and then the code name MPUG40, which is very obvious. It's the MP40. Now, there's a couple of other weapons we've talked about in the past that still haven't come out yet. For example, a chainsaw. That obviously makes sense. It's going to be a melee weapon known as Seesaw in the files, and that's probably going to be one of the weapons you'll be able to unlock in the battle pass and things like that. And then there's also the wand. So the wand, we're thinking it's probably going to be the field upgrade because it has to do with zombies. They're labeling it under special weapon. And then Reality UK said whatever the wand is, it has 5 different barrels. So it has ball, it has burst, it has AoE, it has bomb, and
could be this like some sort of I mean, this is pretty common. This is like a melee. This is, you know, an MP40 could be a special weapon. We saw that in the Verdansk World War II for Black Ops. But this one, this is what the special weapon is. 5 different barrels. Again, these are just code names. So I have a feeling this could be a skin that they will be selling, you know, or it could be some sort of a special weapon. I don't know if it's going to be available in multiplayer or just zombies. That would be
someone said that's field upgrade, weaponized Ethereum, neutralizer device. And someone else said,
I mean, that would be nice on your zombies lore orange map.
ball could be energy mine, burst is frost blast, AoE's ring of fire, bomb is shatter blast, and beam is ether flare. So hinting at this being a zombies field upgrade.
I mean, I would love to see that. Look, this looks super nice that you could use different field upgrades with different weapons, like, you know, exactly as someone, like, this is a really nice scenario. Like, you could freeze, but then you could change it based on the wave. Wow.
I remember, because we have these weapons in the files, I believe the one is probably going to release. That's going to be for zombies. But in terms of the MP40, there's a chance they might save it for Black Ops 7. One recent thing that I noticed is that if you guys recall, we talked about how there was upcoming maps that were found in the files and they were remastered. We ended up getting WMD. There was Fringe in there. There's all these different maps, and one of them was Yemen from Black Ops 2, and it was in the files. And
I mean, this is that we're definitely getting some reskins from Black Ops 2. It's very obvious. We're already getting one in the trailer. I forgot which one, but that's the thing. Black Ops will always go for it. You know, we'll always try to do reskins because those are the good times, you know, in terms of Black Ops.
And then they mentioned in a dev talk that Yemen is going to be one of the upcoming maps for Black Ops 7's life cycle. So they decided to say, you know what, we're going to take Yemen out from BO6 and bring it to BO7. They might do the same thing here for the MP40 for all we know, because them releasing...
I feel like a lot of weapons could be also reskinned, added from Black Ops 2 to Black Ops, like the MP... what it was, MP40, I don't remember. There's a lot of cool weapons from Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1 that they could add into Black Ops 7.
Such an iconic weapon so late into the life cycle of the game, when they originally had plans to carry forward all of the weapons. So even if you unlocked it in Season 6, you'd at least be able to use it in BO7 multiplayer. This time around, because carry forward is just no longer a thing, they may end up delaying this weapon. And
that's a good thing that carry forward is no longer a thing, because that means you can see all the new stuff. Again, that would make more people buy from a marketing strategy. That's a pretty good point.
Releasing in like Season 1 of Black Ops 7. So we'll have to wait until we get official confirmations, but it's still in the files. Now, the next thing that we have, this comes in from the Ghost of Hope, and he actually posted this quite a while ago. I had to scroll up a bit, and he said on March 28th, he put an image of Ghostface.
And again, yeah, this is pretty obvious. Didn't Mortal Kombat get this guy into their game? So this guy is pretty good on all these partnerships, even Fortnite maybe, and that's where they really win. You know, we already saw this guy a few times in other games, so it's almost 100% we're getting this haunting update for Halloween.
So
they probably sold him to a bunch of various games, like as a collaboration.
He seemed to be teasing that the haunting was going to be returning, and one of the operators that would be a part of this crossover would be the Ghostface operator skin, which we actually ended up seeing in the past with the haunting event. So it's a little odd for them to bring that back again. And then someone actually asked him about this. So he said, earlier in the year when you showed Ghostface, were you trolling or is he actually coming to the game? And then he replied saying, I heard he was coming back. So that could potentially be one of the operators. Now, speaking of the operators and the potential crossovers we can get in the Season 6 update, Reality UK posted a list of code names. And as of earlier this month, so after the Season 5 Reloaded update went live, he set some new operator code names. We have Gummy, we have Peach Ring, we have Milk, we have Caramel, and then we have Dark. Now, because every single one of these is a brand new...
So these operators are probably part of a brand deal. That's why they didn't reveal. But this could very well, like Dark could very well be the Scream character. And then Milk could be, you know, a ghost character. Who knows? But I'm suspecting a lot of these will be either from brand deals that they have collaborations or it's something completely new.
Operator, that means this is going to be a new person entering Call of Duty. You can expect that the majority of these are going to be crossovers. Sometimes whenever we get these lists, the names are obvious. For example, like Sims will appear and we'll automatically know, oh, that's Lawrence Sims from the campaign. We were thinking maybe Felix would be among them, but there's no Felix as you see here. There's not even a code name that starts with the letter F, so even if they were trying to hide it. So it looks like Felix Newman is not going to be a playable operator in Season 6, and these 5 code names we have are all going to focus on crossovers. Now, sometimes to decipher these code names, the first letter is usually what the operator could be. So, for example, Gummy could end up being Ghostface. They both start with G. Peach Ring could potentially be Pennywise. For Milk, I could say Michael Myers, but we literally just got him, so it's probably something else. Some other people gave their guesses, but they didn't follow that pattern. So someone said it could be It. Then we could get Five Nights at Freddy. Someone said New Frankenstein, as well as Black Phone. And then Black Phone is something we talked about before because there's like an...
Oh, yeah, that would definitely be another thing, but I wonder if they're going to allow that. Again, there is tons and tons of ones we could have out there. You know, like the situation of the type of partnerships is unlimited. So what do you guys think? Personally, I think they have unlimited choices here.
Upcoming movie releasing in regards to that, and then with It, they have an upcoming TV show for that. But based on these code names, what do you think is going to be coming in? But the fact is, 5 different crossovers is pretty standard from what we've seen with Haunting updates and events. We actually got 5 in the last Haunting update that we got. Majority of them will release as operator bundles. Some of them will actually be available in the battle pass as some of the main characters. This is pretty much the majority of information that we have for Season 6. Call of Duty has done a really good job throughout BO6.
I mean, this is a pretty good video, and I feel like a lot of these we'll see in Black Ops 7. Again, this is confirmed, but could we see another partnership? I don't think there's going to be more than Scream in this update just because, you know, usually they have one big partnership per year.